Bash in Berlin, August 31st. It's right around the corner, so let's talk about it and get into all of our predictions. Hello, everyone, and welcome to It's Real to Us, the wrestling podcast. I am Anthony the Mark.
And I am Tony the Father.
And today we are going over every single match you can expect to see at Bash in Berlin and telling you what we think is going to happen. So, Tony the Father, I think we just jump right on into it with the WWE Championship match. Cody Rhodes defending the gold against Kevin Owens. What do you think happens here, Tony?
Everyone thinks that Kevin Owens is going to turn on Cody Rhodes, right? So let me tell you what's going to happen in this match. Cody Rhodes is going to get the win in this match. I know it. Cody Rhodes takes the win. And they're going to shake hands. They're going to embrace two guys that just got done battling. Do you know what's going to happen?
What?
Cody Rhodes is going to turn heel.
No chance.
On this match.
No
Hear
chance.
me out. And it makes perfect sense. Who's the new face on SmackDown?
Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns is the new face. Who's his biggest guy that he's going to end up fighting down the road, maybe at WrestleMania?
Cody Rhodes?
Cody Rhodes. They're going to reverse roles. Roman is the face. Cody is the heel. I guarantee it.
I think that's a bit far-fetched. I like the take. I think it's a lot of fun.
No, it's not. It's going to happen. Cody's going to turn, and it's going to shock the world.
I think that might be a little bit of fantasy booking on the father's part, but it's a fun and interesting take. I think more likely you'll probably see Cody Rhodes retain in a hard-fought contest. There aren't a lot of credible challengers on SmackDown at the moment, so giving Kevin Owens this opportunity makes sense. But if Kevin Owens is going to be challenging Cody Rhodes for a second time, a third time down the road, we will need a heel turn, not from Cody Rhodes, but from Kevin Owens. We're going to need to see the prize fighter get back to being just that, the prize fighter, okay? He hasn't, in the last handful of years, done what has been necessary to be the top-level guy on SmackDown, on Raw, wherever he's been. So I think Cody wins. He wins clean. After the match, Kevin Owens snaps, he turns on Cody Rhodes, and we get another fight or two between them down the road.
If Cody Rhodes turns, you get a fight with Kevin Owens. You get a fight with Randy Orton. You'll get so many fights more that way before Roman Reigns becomes relevant again into the title match. It makes perfect sense. I hope they're listening. I hope it happens. Cody becomes the new heel on SmackDown after Bash at Berlin.
So that's the father's take. What do you think happens? Let us know. Reach out to us. You can find us on X, Instagram, and TikTok at It's Real to Us. And on YouTube, we are at It's Real to Us 1. So moving on now, we're going to talk about the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, going up against the new Judgment Days, Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. Tony, I know you have a big opinion on this one, so I'm going to let you just take it away.
First of all, that stupid name, the Terror Twins. That's another rocket scientist. Who came up with that?
I like the Terror Twins.
I don't like it at all, the Terror Twins.
I like it.
That's stupid.
I don't
like it. I don't like it. But at the end of the day, the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, whatever you want to call them, they're up against four guys and a girl. They're up against Liv Morgan, Finn Balor, McDonough, Dom, and Carlito. So we have 5 versus 2. So I don't care. Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, the baddest, biggest people, female, male. Doesn't matter. They're up against it. I am rooting for the Judgment Day, and I am going to call this right now. Dom will pin Damian at Bash of Berlin with outside interference and help from the Judgment Day.
Look, I get where you're coming from, but this isn't a no disqualification match. If any extra members of the Judgment Day interfere, it will be a disqualification, and Rhea and Damian will win. I think that you're overthinking the numbers advantage for the moment.
You can have outside interference without a disqualification. It's called. Hey
ref, look at me. I'm over here.
Yeah, it's called. You distract me over here, but I'm doing something over there. It's it's an illusion, and they don't have to be disqualified. I'm not saying they're going to come in the ring. They could just
the outside presence will lead to the new Judgment Day winning. That's what you're saying.
I think it makes perfect sense to carry this forward.
I don't think so. I think Rhea and Damian have to win because they've been the ones who have been getting their ass kicked by the new Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley hitting the Riptide on Dominic Mysterio would be electric. They've teased it already on Raw a couple of times. So I think that's what you're going to see. I think Ripley's going to hit the Riptide on Dominic, and they're going to win the match. Give me the Terror Twins, and it is a good name.
I disagree. I don't like the name, and I don't like your take. I think Judgment Day is going to win this match, the new Judgment Day. And they're going to stay. If you want to keep the new Judgment Day relevant, you got to build them up. You don't have to build up Rhea and Damian. They're built. But the new Judgment Day, who Dom Mysterio? J.D. McDonough? Carlito? Liv Morgan, I know she's the champ, but still she's the way underdog. And Finn Balor.
She's not an underdog.
She's a huge underdog when you put Rhea against Liv in a title match. I think she's going to be a huge
Damian
underdog.
lost his world title. Rhea lost her world title opportunity to Liv Morgan. The new Judgment Day have gotten the best of Rhea and Damian at almost every turn. I don't know how you could say they need this win. They've been on top of the Terror Twins for the last handful of weeks and months.
And that's what you want if you want to continue this feud. I think one more loss is what's going to happen, and it's going to continue this feud going forward. And at the end of the day, the big match is going to be Finn Balor versus Damian Priest one-on-one. Not Damian Priest versus Dom. It's Finn versus Damian. And then Liv versus Rhea. That's what's going to be your big matches. And I can see those matches being set up down the road at a pay event. And then Rhea takes the title, Damian pins Finn, and all the balance in the universe is complete.
All right, so we'll see what happens there. But for now, we're going to move on, and we're going to talk about the second meeting between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. And this time, it's a strap match.
What do you mean a second meeting?
The second official meeting.
They've been, for the last 6 months, they've been meeting.
So way back at the Royal Rumble, Drew McIntyre injured CM Punk. He had been out of action for an extended period of time. All the while, they were beefing on the mic. They were costing each other opportunities. And then we finally got a one-on-one encounter between the two of them at SummerSlam. And Drew McIntyre won, albeit Seth Rollins was the special guest referee. So it wasn't a true fashion, clean one-on-one match. And now we're getting a strap match between the two. Second meeting. I know it feels like a lot more, Tony. But what do you think happens in this one?
This is the WWE's version of a soap opera. Do you know what a soap opera is?
I do know what a soap opera is.
In January, you watch a soap opera and you see the characters. In July, you put it back on for the first time and you pick it right up because it's the same friggin' story. That's what's happening here. This is a soap opera. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen here, and everybody out there can predict it. It's simple. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk are going to carry forward into Christmas. This is kick it to Christmas. So this is obvious what's going to happen. CM Punk will win the strap match, and it will carry it forward more. This is a soap opera. I'm sick of it. When Drew pinned CM Punk at the last event, I was so happy. I said, finally, they're going to put this to bed. Let Drew McIntyre go one way. Let CM Punk go another way. I thought CM Punk and Seth Rollins were going to get into it. But for some reason, Triple H is in love with this, and he's going to carry it forward till Christmas. So I got CM Punk winning the strap match, and that's that.
I wish I could disagree with you, Father, but unfortunately, I 100% agree. A lot of us fans, especially in this Triple H era, they can see the writing on the wall in terms of predictability. And Bad Blood, it seems as if CM Punk and Drew McIntyre are going to get their send-off. That'll be the third match in a series of matches, most likely in Hell in a Cell. Who knows? But if that is going to be the case and the inevitable payoff, CM Punk has to win this match just to even the series. But with that being said, if CM Punk does win, does he finally get the bracelet back, Tony?
No, I don't think he does. I wouldn't give it back to him. He's going to carry it forward. Maybe the next match would be Hell in a Cell, and the winner gets the bracelet. Who the hell knows? But I don't think he gets it back. What I think is going to happen at Bash at Berlin is Drew is going to destroy the bracelet in front of CM Punk during the match, and it's going to enrage him. And that's when CM Punk gets the win, and the bracelet is destroyed.
Okay, so now in our next match, we're going to talk about the Women's Tag Team Championship match when the former champions, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, go up against the unholy union, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Tony, I'm just going to go ahead and set this one up because I think the Jade Cargill heel turn is finally here. A lot of us have been calling for Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill to split, and this seems like the ideal moment. We have seen them as a tag team since WrestleMania, and They won the titles, but they haven't really gelled super much as a team, and it feels like they've kind of just been lost in the mid-card. So if we're going to elevate both women, let's do that here. Jade can turn on Bianca, and then they can have a singles program going forward while the champions, the Unholy Union, still get an opportunity to build upon their championship run.
I'm going to disagree. I think that Jade and Bianca Belair will end up fighting down the road, and there will be a division between them, but it's too soon. I don't see it now. It's like no man's land. We're going into Labor Day weekend. There's really only a couple of pay events left between now and the end of the year. One of them's overseas. I would love to see Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair fight at the Royal Rumble. So that's why I'm going to say that your take is going to happen, but you're a little premature.
Premature?
Yeah, like when you're with women.
The hell?
But I think at Bash at Berlin, Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair will win the titles. They will take them back and become 2 times tag team champions once again. And it gives Jade a little more time to develop before that singles run that she's going to go on, whether she's a heel or a face, becomes inevitable. So I want to see them win the titles. They're going to stay together. Down the road, the division will happen.
I like that take, Tony, and if I am wrong and we don't get a heel turn, I hope you're right, and that's what does happen, because I'm just sick of the Unholy Union. I don't want them to be champions anymore, so we'll see what happens there. But now we're going to go on to the main event, that being Randy Orton going for his 15th World Championship victory against the Ring General Gunther. With this being in... With this match taking place in Germany, Gunther, who's from Austria, will most likely have the crowd behind him, Tony. So, do you think, with this being Gunther's first championship defense, Randy Orton has any chance of winning this match?
It's the Viper. Of course he's got a chance, but the odds are against him. You just put the belt on Gunther, who is going to be your possible face of WWE in the next couple of years. So, I think Randy's got a fighting chance. He's Randy Orton. He's a future Hall of Famer. Of course he could win the match. I would love Randy to win the match. I've been rooting for Randy to win a title since he came back from his 18-month injury. But I think it's Gunther's time, and Randy's a perfect guy to have Gunther even put over further and to really cement him in as a true champ going forward. So I give Randy a small shot. I'm rooting for you, Randy. I hope you win. But at the end of the day, the Ring General Gunther, who will retain at Bash at Berlin.
I think I completely agree with you again, Father, but just to play devil's advocate, let's say Randy Orton picks up a shocking win. He doesn't need to hold the title for a very long time, and a lot of people online have started to speculate about fantasy booking John Cena's farewell tour. They want to see Randy Orton versus John Cena, 16-time champion versus 16-time champion, with the title on the line for a 17th time perhaps. I don't know. Maybe this could be a fun way to give Randy a quick title run, and then you could give it back to Gunther. Add a little legitimacy to Gunther's character by calling him a 2-time champion. I think it's far-fetched, but like you said earlier, you can never count Randy Orton out. So those are all of our Bash in Berlin predictions. But what do you think? Let us know. Reach out to us. You can find us on X, Instagram, and TikTok at It's Real to Us. And over on YouTube, we are at It's Real to Us 1. Bash in Berlin, August 31st, Saturday at 1 p.m. If you're watching in the United States, we will be doing a watch-along for it. So come watch with us. I am Anthony Lamart.
And I am Tony the Father.
And we will see you next time on It's Real to Us, the Wrestling Podcast.
Good night.